Harry, it's Harry from Hasbro. You back? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know why I just randomly disconnected. I don't even know what's going on.
No, it looks good on YouTube, so you get one screen here.
Yeah, because like I said, anyway, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard today, but anyway, I give up. It just keeps changing. But yeah, we're back for another stream with me and Eugen. You right, Eugen? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. Sorry you're late, guys. Of course,
Unfortunately,
work,
the trains weren't kind to me on the way home. I was waiting 10 minutes at King's Cross. Sorry, at Angel to get a train to King's Cross. It was really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it wasn't great.
What else is there to say now, right? International break's over. What game did we play before the international break? I can't even remember. My gosh.
Man United.
We played Man United. Yeah, I was really pissed at that game. Right. We should have beaten Man United. Man United was shit. Right. And now I'm not sure whether it's my internet or your internet. It's jumping.
I think it's my internet. Don't worry. I think it's my internet. When I left this morning, Eugen, it said that I disconnected, but I don't know why. I don't know what it was because I was rushing to go to work, so I don't know what happened. But anyway, is it okay now? Is mine all right?
It's okay. Yeah. Back to normal.
Guys, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard today and everything. Yeah.
I know. Ever since the release of the Epstein files, right? Everything is gone haywire. It is what it is, right? All I can say is that Manchester United game, I actually expected us to win because they didn't do shit, right? And I don't understand how bad they could be, and we were worse. And somehow we got the lead again, and somehow they got the lead. We clawed back to a winning position, and we gave back that winning position to turn it also. I don't know what to say, right? At the moment now, there's this big debate whether Frank is it or not. We've been through this so many times until I become numb. I become bored. The football sucks. And the sad part is that, the question has always been asked, are you entertained? Right? So I don't think I'm entertained at the moment. So I don't know. Result seems to be well because we are 5th or 6th in the league, right? But that could be just a smoke screen at the moment because within the next few weeks we play a lot of strong teams, especially coming up this weekend. On Sunday is the North London Derby at the Emirates, so that could be our first game to the climbing down the rungs of the league, you see. But we never know. We might even snatch a draw there. But will the draw be any good for us? I don't think so, because most probably the draw will hamper Arsenal's charge to the title. But
yeah, 100%
help us that much. Because if the other teams around us win, we'll fall down. So the thing we'll go to that later. But of course, whilst we're talking about the Manchester United game,
with United,
right? Really
with the United game, I don't have to feel because they went down to 10 men because they made too many substitutions. So obviously that meant Sesko came off.
Got a win from that game.
Yeah, and then
were you at the game?
Yeah, I went. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't think United did anything really. They just.
And the worst part is that they were down to 10 men. And they were down to 10 men, and we couldn't even take advantage of that. So I know what to say, right? Because I've been saying this for a long time now, from the pendulum swinging the Ange style now to the Frank style, right? While we were under Jose, Nuno, and Conte, while we were pragmatic, Ange had to push the ball forward. and the fan base went crazy and we were entertained, right? But now the problem is that we sucked at defense. So now what Frank has to do is just tighten up in defense, and now we look more solid and more composed in defense. Then everyone on a certain side is losing their mind on, oh, look at this, look at that, right? But to tell the truth, right? If you watch the games, really watch the games and have a look at it, we're still conceding the same shitty goals. You get what I'm saying, right? To a certain extent. But of course, we have been looking much better because the focus has been on defense. Because under Ange rule, right? We weren't. Ange, remember what he said? I don't care about defense. Yes, I don't mind getting humped like a rabid dog, but just long we score goals and we are entertaining, right? I'm happy with it. But now the problem is that Frank is trying to make us more solid at the back, building from defense upwards. I understand that. But the problem is that the games are so fucking boring. You get what I'm saying? It's so boring. And I've been saying this, right? Away from home, the fans, our home fans, maximum we have is about 5,000 in the stadium, right? So the effect isn't that bad, right? But when you're at home, right, and you put up a drag display, right? Imagine, I don't even understand, right? The Manchester United game, it was a game of two shitty teams playing each other. Yes, and somehow or another,
like the final,
Manchester
like the
United,
final,
yeah,
like the final.
yeah, it was like the final. Yeah. And the worst part is that we could see our quality, and we could see the lack of quality from Manchester United. Yes, sir. And somehow or another, days come back and go because of our, what call rejig, more defensive,
Naivety. Naivety. Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The goals that we concede, right, reminds me of all the naivety that we had during under Ange. Yes, sir.
Problem
the
is
the first
I
goal,
don't think.
The first goal we, Go ahead. Yeah.
I don't think he'll be able to coach it out of them within like 3 months. Because I've watched a lot of games. I think Elijah made this point when he came on I can't remember, a few months ago maybe. He was saying it's like they're falling into the same patterns they were under Ange, like with some of the things, because that even like how high we were some games.
No, that's the thing is that, right, you fall in the pattern, right? Frank comes in, he has to coach it out of them. Because that's his job. Yeah. And don't tell me 3 months, right? You already have 3 months with the team from pre-season until now. You must be able to coach it out of them. Yes, there are certain degrees that we look much better during set plays, right? But bro, the Manchester United game, in the final minutes of that game, right? Jordan, pick up Jordan. How you doing, bro? He's in Jamaica. I hope you're doing well, bro. Right? I hope all things are well. I tried to WhatsApp you. You didn't reply my WhatsApp.
A lot nicer weather than here. A lot nicer weather than here. Put it that way.
No, after the hurricane, bro. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's in Jamaica. Yeah. No. So when we look at that goal conceded in the final minutes of that game, they were down to 10 men. Their goalkeeper had to run up, right? And it's like we forgot how to defend again. Yes or not? Right? Where were the 2 men on the post?
And where was Vicario? And where was Vicario?
No, we formed the wall. You know what we did? We practically formed an 11-man wall in front of our goal. That's why Vicario was blocked.
But who was meant to be marking De Ligt? Because someone told me that it was meant to be Johnson.
Johnson, but Johnson lost his man.
Where was he? Where was he?
No, when Johnson loses your man, right? If you have one man at the back post, right? That guy is supposed to counter De Ligt. So it's like, I don't know, we're going back into this cycle again. But I understand. Frank needs time, right? He needs to sort out the defense. That's one thing, yes. But the problem is that he's been given ample time, but we still see in a lot of instances that bozo woman comes back because, let's say under Ange, right? We could give an excuse to Ange because he didn't care about defense. You get what I'm saying? We were attacking all the time. Yes, but now we look pragmatic and we still can't defend. That is the worry. Because sooner or later, we will reach a point, right? We'll be found out. And I understand the injuries and all the shit, the blah, 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 right? But the worst part is that we can't attack. Yes or no, right? How many times have I said, if we sit back and absorb pressure, we must have the ability to know how to counter attack. But the problem is that we don't have the quality to do that kind of football anymore. Remember last time under Jose and Conte, right? We had Kane and
Son, yeah.
With Kane and Son, right? They had that link with them,
Because Kane would just
when
drop
teams are
and Son
pressuring
would
us,
make the
we
run.
get the ball
and
back.
then Kane,
Yeah. Son will make the run and Son go and score the goals, right? That's why they I think today, right? They still hold the record for the most assists
They do.
in the
You're
Premier
right.
League
Yeah.
between two players, right? But at this moment in time, right, when we sit back, when we get the ball, right, Kudus runs up or Xavi runs up, there's no support. I see
We
half of
can't
our
promise
midfield
we
still
can't
back
get
in
out.
defense.
Against Chelsea and Bournemouth, for example, those two games where we lost, right? The problem was we couldn't get out their press. Obviously against United, we couldn't get out their press. So we would kick the ball long, and because we had the Richarlison up front or whoever else it was, right? They couldn't get the ball,
we can't hold
control
the
it,
ball.
and
We can't hold the
try and
ball.
lay it off. Yeah. We can't. So we
No,
can't get
the thing
out.
is that even
That's
if,
the problem.
and how many times have you seen like Harris? Even if we get the ball out up front, right? There's no support coming from the back. We're so slow
Or the
moving
two
out.
alongside or either side. The two either side. Yeah.
Right? So I don't know. Is this a player problem? Is this a coaching problem? Whatever it is, there is a problem, right? And if we don't want to admit there is a problem, then we're just, might well just say this season, who cares? Let Frank do what he wants to do, right? Just so we don't get relegated, then all of us will be happy. Yes or not? But the problem is that a lot of us Spurs fans have seen this, have been through this over and over again. And that's why we're tired. And I've been saying, if you do this at home in our own stadium, right? If you stink out a winner, then the fans won't give a shit about it, right? Because we won. But if you can't win that game, don't even say draw the game, you can't win that game, right? The fans are going to jump on the manager's back because they pay good money to go in the stadium, right? And it becomes a snooze fest. Who wants to watch the game? So it is what it is. So for the Manchester United game, I'm going to say is that I was disappointed that we didn't get the 3 points because we were down to 10 men for the last 15 or 20 minutes or so, right? Of the game, right? Because we played about 9 minutes extra time, or some shit like that, right? And we couldn't get the result. That's why I'm disappointed in Manchester United game, right? Really disappointed in how it turned out. Really disappointed that Frank didn't tell them, right? And the weird part is, right? When we were 1-0 down, we weren't attacking in the first half. That was a weird thing. We were losing the ball, we were doing stupid things again, right? And at least we came out in the second half, we did make the changes, and the changes that we made because it was forced on Frank. Because Moani broke his jaw. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't a tactical change, my friend. It was a change that he had to do because he had no choice.
Yeah.
It was forced on him, right? And when Odegaard came on, we could see the difference in the wings.
Way better.
Right? Odegaard was taking advantage of. Yeah, Odegaard was taking advantage of Manchester United sloppiness and stupidness, right? And when we got that equalizing goal, right, our tails were up, right? And when they went down to 10 men, and I think they went down to, then when we scored the second, I thought, okay, now it's for you, right, to show us, right, you know what you're doing. You know what to tell your boys what to do. Yes, right? So I don't say that we're Spursy again because we didn't lose the game, because that we have lost that game with 10 men. Let's hope. Okay, I'm back. Let's see whether Harry's back, right? But it seems to be
Yeah,
quite
maybe
okay
it's
with
your
all the
internet.
screens there.
Maybe
Maybe it's
I
my
don't know.
internet. Maybe it's my internet. I'm not sure, right? But all I can say is that the weird thing is that I've been saying this from the beginning, right? When Conte did this kind of football, when Jose did this kind of, okay, right? And somehow or another, when Frank is doing this kind of football now, right? It's like he gets a free pass. So where's our standards, bro? That's what I'm saying, right? Where's our standards? You know,
But
right?
do you think it's
Conte was
partly?
practically hounded out of the club.
Well, I didn't want Conte to leave, so maybe I'm in the minorities.
Yep.
So for me, it's like Conte got sacked. I was upset personally, and same with Jose. I was upset because I wanted them to stay. So, but I'm in a minority. I know what you're saying. Most
Yeah,
of our fan
they,
base want
I
to
mean,
get
they
rid
were
of
the
them.
elite managers, right, who were supposed to bring us in. Yeah.
Mm.
No,
But you're right. Most of our
I'm
fan
with
base.
you, Harry, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
with you with a few minorities that,
But most of
because
our
to
fan
me
base
is that in the end of the day, right,
turned on them. Yeah.
the objective is to win the game. Correct, win it. Right? Just as long as you win it, you get what I'm saying, right? Especially like even though there are so many people right now, right, playing down the Europa League Cup win. You know, just because it was under Ange, it's being played down, right? Why isn't there at least the respect to the fan base has to accept these things that Jose, Conte, elite managers couldn't maneuver through our owners, right, to win a cup. Jose
Yeah.
was 6 days before a cup final, right? He couldn't maneuver Levy, right?
Yeah.
And he got sacked. You get what I'm saying? Right? But Ange, yeah, I know. I tell you the truth, right? I didn't like the style. To tell you the truth, I don't even like him that much because of the things he said, the way he played, right? The defense and all that. But the problem is that we have to give him the kudos that he got us a trophy. 17 years we have not had that glory, and we got it, right? And 41 years that we've not won a European trophy, we got it. And there's certain fans out there who still can't respect that, right? I'm not asking you to like him, but respect that. No, the league is the league, right? We weren't relegated, right? Remember, I told you, I would take a cup even if we got relegated.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
I've been saying that. I don't give a fuck. I want a trophy. You guys know, right? But oh, we lost 22 games, the blah blah blah, right? And now we come to this manager. This manager needs time. But the problem is that how much time he's gonna get.
You think our fan base won't
give
him time? Is that what you're saying? Because of the style of football?
Our fan base hounded out Conte.
I know.
Our fan base hounded out Jose, right? I can tell you, right? Us fans in Malaysia won't make a shit difference, right? It's you guys who go to the stadium, right? Those guys will make the shit difference because imagine for the next, how many home games have we got left? Another 13 more home games or 14 more home games, right? I think we played half. Imagine, right? The next 14 home games, right? It's drag football again, and every home game, right? The fans boo him. How would the owners feel?
Well,
I'll tell you the truth.
If our owners had I was on Harry Scarf's channel actually yesterday. It was lastminute.com.
Mm-hmm.
I went on and someone on this panel, I can't remember who it was. It was a good show actually, but he said that there's a possibility that maybe Frank's keeping the seat warm for Poch. So say like in the summer, because obviously they have the World Cup. Say,
oh yeah, no. That's been said. I've been asking. Yeah, I know. I've asked this question too, right? Right. I've asked this question many times. Do you think Frank will bring us to the league title, right? And to tell you the truth, Do you think Poch will be able to bring us to the league title?
No, I don't think either of them will bring us the league title.
Right.
At the moment.
Yeah. We all know that, right? We know they don't have the quality, right? Unless we go out and get Klopp.
Even Klopp
is
the
free.
problem is if you don't have
Why
the quality
Poch?
of players, you're not going to be able to win the title. That's the thing.
No, but if you
Like,
bring
our
in
forward-
Klopp, but Harry, if you bring in Klopp, right? Klopp will do the revamp, right? Klopp will do the rebuild. You get what I'm saying, right? But a lot of things has to be said and done. It's like now we have to see what Frank does. Now the January transfer window comes in. I want to see, right, the players that come in during the January transfer window, are they Frank players? Is it Frank choosing the players he wants for his style of play, right? To be more adaptive, to be more hybrid, to be more, attacking when you need to be attacking, defensive when you need to be defensive. Not like now. Now it's like we're so focused on defense. You guys know. Now it's like the total opposite of Ange. You get me, right? Ange didn't give a fuck about defense. He only wanted to attack. Now it's like we only want to defend, right? And we
don't
can't
want to attack. Yeah.
No, the thing is that it's not saying we don't want to attack. We can't attack, or maybe he knows that we don't have the quality to attack. Because how many times, right? If you put the ball to Richarlison, right? If he's running one-on-one towards the goalkeeper, right? How many percent do you think that he will score?
Like
None of us
5%.
believe he can score on that.
5%,
You understand?
maybe.
5%,
Yeah.
right? But if you say that if the ball is put over the top, right, and VDV is running down on the goalkeeper, right, I'll give VDV more chance of scoring a goal than Richarlison.
We should put Van der Ven
Yeah,
up
see?
front,
So-
and then put Van der Ven up front, and then
It's so obvious, right?
by
When we
centre-
put Brandon Johnson, right, guys, whenever we put Brandon Johnson on the wings, right, you see, right, when Spence goes down on the right or left, when he sees Johnson there, what does he do? He stops, he goes backwards.
Mm.
I don't know. What can I say? Not too happy with Manchester United game. It is what it is. We're still fifth or sixth in the league. But I guess now until December, our true standing will be shown. Yes,
I think even in December, it's going to get
right?
quite bad as well, because we play Liverpool just before Christmas at home. It's on the 20th. So
it's very simple now, right? We play Arsenal this Sunday. Next week
Then
we
PSG.
play Newcastle, right? If I'm mistaken.
Newcastle on the 22nd of December. 2nd of December, I think, is Newcastle.
Oh, okay. Then what's on the 29th of December? Fulham?
Well, Arsenal away. Then we play PSG away on Wednesday. Then we play Fulham at home. Then we play Newcastle away on midweek again. Then home it was after that. But I know we played Liverpool literally just before Christmas. Is on the 20th of December. Literally just before Christmas, we play Liverpool.
So along the way, how many points are we going to collect, right? That's all you're going to say.
We have to start winning or getting some. Like, I'd even take a point at the Emirates, personally.
Yeah, I'll take a point at Emirates, right? I'll take anything at Emirates. We haven't. When was the last time we got a point from Emirates?
Under Ange, remember 2 years ago?
On the Ange, look at that. We're using it on the Ange.
We drew 2-2. Do you remember Son scored 2 goals? Do you remember? He scored 2 goals.
Yeah. Sonny, he's not here anymore. So look at my background, right?
Madison I think got 2 assists. Madison got 2 assists, I think. Yeah.
I got the 25 winners there, right? You can see my background. 25 winner, right? And next to it is the Son jersey with the medal. Woo-hoo! Look at that, man. I got my European champions, Europa League
Champions
medal.
of Europe.
Yeah. Champions of Europe. Woo-hoo. So coming down to injury news, right? What is there to talk about injuries? I don't know. We got 11 players out, right? I think I saw the list came out.
Mwani is available to play on Sunday now, and Sarr's available to play. Bergval's available to play. Kudus is available to play, which is very interesting. I would play a 5-3-2, and just leave Kudus up front with Mwani and let them sit on whoever centre back they play instead of
but we
Gabriel.
can't take that risk. No, the sad part is that we can't take that risk. We play a 5-5-3-2, right? You're saying we're going to play 3 centre backs. If any of one of our centre backs get injured, right, we're down to the bare bones. Yes, that's why Frank is in a dilemma now, right? Unless Dragosin comes back, right?
I think he's training on grass. That's what I read. But
right, yeah. Mwani's going to play through the pain. Yeah, I know. Mwani's going to wear a mask or something. Yeah, jaw. Maybe he's going to wear Hannibal Lecter kind of thing.
Yeah, he must be starting because if he's going to play him. Yeah.
I don't know. Basically, is that they fear that if there's another knock that comes into his face again, then that could, right. I don't know. He might lose his jaw, never eat again. Think about that.
Did he break his jaw, or did he break it, or was it just damaged?
It's fractured, so it's broken.
Fractured.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What to do, right? He went and bumped into the tank, right? The fridge, right? So.
Yeah. Maguire.
Or the fridge bumped into him, or the tank bumped into him, whatever. So, it is what it is. Injuries come in every season, right? And somehow or another, Tottenham Hotspur is cursed. We have the worst injuries, right? And the worst recovery time. Because I think, right, what we should do first, Frank should do now is, right, get rid of the whole medical team, right? And bring in and pay proper professionals to do the job, right? Stop hiring all the, who is that doctor in The Simpsons?
No, it's not Milhouse Dad, is it? Is it Milhouse Dad? I can't remember.
No, it's not Milhouse Dad. There's a doctor in Simpsons, right? Where his medical, I don't know, he did his medical degree somewhere in Guatemala or something.
Let me just check. Hold on. Marvin Monroe Rivera. Oh, I know Hibbert, Dr. Hibbert. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
The one with the ice, with the lollipop.
Whatever. Yeah. No, the thing is
that Professor Frink with the like
Dr. Nick
stuff.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Nick. Yeah. Swifty is correct, Dr. Nick, right? We've got Dr. Nick in our medical team. Oh, dear. Hey, who's on now?
Well done, people. What are you telling me?
How you been? Is it that cold?
Why are you wearing a...
Yeah. It's freezing, bro. You don't understand how cold it is. Haz, you're telling me you're not cold? Bro, it's double the freeze when you're on the bike, bro. You don't understand, man. My hands went numb. My hands went numb. Bro, I got off the bike. I couldn't feel. It was finished. Yeah. For like 2 whole hours.
All right. Okay. This is going to be a total contrast, right? When it was summer, TJ was naked. now it's winter. Now it's winter. TJ is like what? He's wrapped up like a Chinese dumpling.
Let me tell you this: what makes no sense. I'm built different. I'm built ready for this weather. I made my beautiful body. I thought this fatness could conquer this cold. Nope, it can't. No matter how big you are, you're still gonna be cold, bruv. I honestly, on a serious note, like it's so cold, you don't understand. Like yesterday, it was snowing.
That was good.
Yeah, I remember it was sleet. It's like sleet, wasn't it? I think. Yeah.
You need to understand. My hours. I do morning hours, and when you talk about morning hours, I'm talking about not you. You guys are sleeping. I'm up before the roosters. They go cuckoo cuckoo when I'm working, bruv. Like that's the hours I'm up. It's cold. It's cold. What are you telling me though? You good?
No one's good for this weather. We're all good. Yeah. We just were complaining about Manchester United game. Now we're going through our injury list. So yeah.
Would you?
Can I say my? Yeah. I thought, look, it's obvious we're not the final product, and it's like it was boring as well. We were poor. I don't know what to expect, man. Let me be honest with you. I think we're in in a transitional period where we have to be patient.
TJ, we've been in a fucking
Yeah,
transition
man.
period for the past 25 years.
I know,
Get out of this
man, but
transition.
that was my biggest problem with sacking a manager. Like, you know, like it's either you get better or you get worse. Now, I'm not saying, look, it's too what would I say? It's too quick to judge, because realistically, when you think about it, we've still got all of these injuries. Frank is still doing the best that he can with the squad that he has. And look, that's why, really and truly, look, I was against Frank coming in. I made it clear. I didn't really want Frank. But I'm not no flip-flop. I said, whoever comes in, I'm going to support. That's how I said. I said it like that. I just have to be patient with him. Against Man United, look, it is what it is. Two shit teams going against each other.
Yeah,
we've seen that.
That's what we said.
We've seen that dynamic through last season to the season before that. We're shit. They're shit. The difference is, right, what I was disappointed in, and maybe after all the performances we've had, I should have just been like, yeah, nah, it's not going to be a game we can win. It's just, I felt like we have played them so many times. I thought we had their number. Do you get where I'm coming from? But clearly not, man. Exactly, man. Exactly. Look, I can't expect nothing. And now look, we're going into the North London derby, bruv. Like, what do you expect to happen? I'm not going to be positive because it's not positive. Like the football we're playing, even just forget stats. Just even when you're watching Tottenham, it's not a good style of football, in my opinion. And
but what kind of football are you expecting? I'm just asking. Like,
personally,
more attacking? Or?
No. But personally, this is my biggest problem. My biggest problem is we keep changing the styles of football. We go from attacking to defensive to attacking to defensive. And look, even from Pochettino, like just push it back. The styles keep changing dramatically. When you look at Liverpool as well, like, yo, my bro, you good? I'm all right, man. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm on stream, my bro. Yeah, no. The styles keep changing dramatically. Like, I don't see when we were in the Conte era and even just the Mourinho era, not even just going all the way back. Them moves made sense because it's a style of play that was quite similar. Yeah. Now you go bringing Ange, who is attacking. The next manager should have been on more of a attacking, but again, it's too soon to judge. We don't know what Frank Ball will end up in as well. Because look, if we're gonna just take Frank from pace, like the template where he's managed at Brentford, and you're obviously saying, okay, this is the style that he's going to adapt to Tottenham. Who knows? Because like it's a bigger team. I expect a bit more. But again, I still believe we have to be patient. TJ, do you not think he's look again?
We understand that part, right? We understand what you're saying, Daniel. But the thing is that what TJ is trying to say is that the style of football the pendulum has swung too dramatically to one side, right? We swing that pendulum always too dramatically to either side, right? When we had that balance, it was under Poch. Yes, but it took Poch
and Redknapp. I think under Redknapp we had balance as well.
Redknapp, we had balance, but it took them time to build. Right? But what Daniel says is correct. He's navigating through the injuries. He's navigating through this bunch of shit players that he has, right?
Yeah.
That he needs to know what to do. But of course, first thing you try to do is to solidify your defense, right? Because we were shitty defense last season. But the problem is that
that's fair.
how are we going to solidify our defense, right? When all these PTSD mistakes, right, keep coming back over and over again. You understand? Yes, he's had 10, 11 games, right? It takes him time to build up something. But the worst part is that we looked very solid in the beginning, but now we are slowly deteriorating backwards again. You know, it's not like we are progressing, we're regressing. You know, we can't attack for shit, right? Because we got a front line of shit players apart from Kudos, right? Defensive wise, to tell the truth, we had very good defenders, right? In Romero, VDV, even Danso, I give him props, right? He's a good defender, right? But the problem is that whilst this is happening, whilst he's solidifying the defense, right, we can't attack. And we can't even counter attack. You guys know, we don't have the ability to counter attack ever since we lost Kane and Son. You know, we don't have the intelligence to counter attack. We don't have the capability to counter attack, right? We don't see Brennan Johnson be able to take the ball, run up to the sides, and cross it in. But at the moment now, we have to do is, right? I guess we just have to sit in and ride out the storm. But the thing is that I can sit in and ride out the storm, right? A lot of us international fans will sit in and ride out the storm. But the thing is that the home fans won't give the manager time, right? But like I was saying earlier, unless the owners, right, the hierarchy of the club says that no matter what happens, just as long Frank doesn't get us relegated in this next two seasons, right?
Yeah,
he's still going to be here. Stick with him, right? But the problem is that my question is that I would rather given a much better quality manager than Frank to stick with. And like what you're saying,
like
Harry,
Conte
earlier,
or
right?
Jose, yeah.
Conte or Jose or Glasner or you know, someone, right, who has had proven pedigree, right?
That's what I said.
Right.
No, that's my ultimate thing. That's what I actually said. I said, look, Ange can go, but the next manager has to have like
the quality,
something behind him. You know, you can't go, because how I feel how I feel what has happened, we've gone in a way one step forward if you class the trophy as the Hulu break, and 2 steps back. Whereas it should be 1 step forward and the next step. What's stopping us from going for more?
that's true.
That's how I see it, to be fair.
TJ, to tell the truth, right? At that period of time, Daniel Levy was still here. He was still running the club, right? So Frank coming in must have been his decision, right? And what is done, right?
No, okay, cool. But then look, you know what? Look, you know my biggest problem with Levy. Yeah, don't make me say it. But if there was anyhow that Levy wanted to go and win what he said he wanted to win, the Premier League, the Champions League, whether he was or not, I'm saying TJ, the Tottenham fan. Let me come on camera. Yeah? I'm saying myself, the Tottenham fan, will get behind Levy. Now, this is why I'm saying it. Because if Levy was trying to go the next step after Ange, this is my biggest fear. My biggest fear is Levy was the puppet man, the one that was the face of the company. But the real problems are we haven't really changed. Do you get where I'm coming from? We're the same company, the same owner's owner.
You're talking about,
you know,
saying that again.
Like
Levy. Okay, my question is like this, right? If, right, you said Ange, like you were saying, right, and if we were supposed to move forward, right, the quality of the manager we should have brought in isn't Frank's level. It should be a level higher or 2 levels higher, right? Whether was it ENIC who wanted Frank or whether Levy who wanted Frank. You get what I'm saying? Because to tell the truth, right? If we wanted to go out and get Glasner, right? What Daniel is saying here, right? Maybe the release clause was 20 million pounds, right? Then the question will come in, right? Is it Levy who didn't want to pay it, or was it ENIC who didn't want to pay it?
That's a good, very good rebuttlement of the argument. This is why I like coming on this show, man, because I actually have genuine conversations. That's a really good argument. Did you see what he done? He swung it in the other way. I went the other way and he went the other way, bro. That is sick. You could be onto something. Maybe that's the reason, because it's always been a thing where we don't want to spend the extra money, and it fits the narrative of Levy. We remember this as well. Like, I'm only basing it off of what I know. Like I said, I would never. Let me be honest with you. I was already Levy out. You know, so it's not even
Levy out here.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I was always from a long time, innit? But it's a case of, it could even be a thing where maybe he didn't want a penny pinch. He was penny pinching.
Yeah, right. We know that actually, if we'd have brought in Glasner, right, this divide wouldn't be so wide in the fan base. You get what I'm saying?
It's true.
Right? That's true. And somehow or another, you know, we've always known this, right? Levy has always had this tactic, right? He has always had this tactic of divide and conquer the fan base. That's why we always been fighting amongst ourselves for so long, until last 2 seasons when Ange came in. Ange was the biggest uniting factor, right, of Levy out, bro. Come and think about it. Ange was the biggest uniting factor of Levy out because we were so shit in the league. You guys saying? But then he threw a spanner into the works, right? Because if we have lost that final, right, all of us have been Ange out, correct?
Oh, 100%. 100%. But you need to also remember this as well, yeah? Hold on 1 minute. Let me add my 2 cents in here, because I was the only fan in Tottenham's history. I promise you. I said it months before. I wish I put money on this. I'm Muslim. I can't bet, but I wish I put money on this. We had a stream, and I said we have to believe.
I remember.
Believe.
I know.
That was time.
Yeah, we had to believe, right? And I went, and then after that, I went totally deluded. Remember? You guys see that? Right? No, but
I remember that stream. I remember that stream. Though. I know what he's talking about. I remember it vividly because he was like,
vividly.
And I'm like,
that was my YouTube. That was my YouTube peak. You know what I'm talking about? The aura I got from that. 100%.
Was Elijah on there as well?
Bro, Elijah was on there. You know, that was my YouTube peak. I was and you know what? Can I be honest with you? I was the only one that was speaking positive about Ange, because at this point everybody was Ange out. You know, the league was shit, streaming was shit, talking about Ange was shit, everything was shit. Think about it, everything was shit. Bro, you could have sacked him then, tomorrow. Most of the fan base would not care.
Everybody wanted him sacked in January, remember?
Bro, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
No, let me finish my point, right? So, if Ange has lost that final, everybody would have been Ange out. And if Frank came in, nobody would have cared. Correct?
Yeah, true.
Nobody would have cared, right? Because it would be the most shittiest period of our lives. You know, in the final and losing again, it would have been like in 2019.
Yeah, that would be terrible, man.
It'd be terrible. But the fucker won it, and he divided the fans again. You see? So that's always been Levy's ploy. Divide the fan base and conquer. But okay, now Levy's gone. All right. Frank has come in. All right. And what he has shown us, right? A lot of us will critique, but a lot of us are not Frank out, right? And of course, talk about the injuries that he has, right? Which is one thing that he has not highlighted, all right? He has not harped on it. He has not moaned about it, right? He has accepted it. He has got injuries, not like our previous manager, highlighting it all the time, right? So, but the thing is that it comes down to the thing again, right? As a fan to us, right? You can't make that as an excuse. You understand?
That's true.
Right? You can't make that as an excuse, right? Whether you have injuries or not injuries, that's not an excuse, right? So then it comes down to style of play. You understand? Right? Ange had that attacking style of football. Remember? He always asked you, aren't you entertained? So a lot of the fan base were entertained. We lost 6-3 to Liverpool at home, right? And the fans clapped.
People sing his name. People sing his name.
People will sing his name, and the players were clapped off, right? Because of the style of football.
I was at that game. I was a madness.
Yeah.
I was so angry.
Yeah,
I was like, why are they
that's what
6-3?
that's the problem with the Spurs fan base is that we have got this imprint in our brain. Not all of us, most of us, we have to play a certain way. We have to win a certain way. We have to lose a certain way. You understand? And it will be accepted, right? And the way that we lose, right, is that not to sit back, right, and get humped. Number one, at least you show some passion, you show some fight, right, and you show some invention, some creation, show some attempts on goals, right? Don't go out and lose in a game like we lost against Chelsea. You get what I'm saying? Those type of games, right? Should not
wait, hold on, 1 minute. You know, also, now talking about Chelsea, yeah, at that time, the whole Tottenham community was happy. And I said, we are going to lose dramatically. Remember that stream, Taz?
Yeah.
The way we lost, we went 9 men. Bro, the way that high line went up, bro, I knew from, bro, you know what, bro? Some people just have to listen to my look, obviously I'm not like all these other YouTubers, you know? But some people just have to listen to me on audio.
TJ,
I'm speaking sense.
you're talking about the Ange time, right? That's what I'm saying. If we lose in that manner, right, the fan base will be happy. Yes, you know, a lot of us not happy with the high line and all that. But the thing is that it shows that we were courageous.
Our fan base will be happy.
No, the thing,
100%.
Yeah, no. The home fans playing in the stadium, they'll be happy because it shows that our players are courageous, right? They're going for it, right? We are trying to do something. The game that we lost to Chelsea at home under Frank,
terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. See, that's my biggest problem with Frank. Frank set up not to lose. Do you get where I'm coming from? Or he set up in the mindset of, I don't mind taking a draw. Not, I want to take on the challenge. Even if they score 4 behind us, I want us to score. Do you see? We set up in a way where it is negative, right? Which means you're waiting for problems to happen. And that game was awful. 1-0 don't tell the whole story.
Yeah.
That 1-0 was the worst game I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's more or less the Bournemouth game. Yes, you know, we should be pumped and pumped. But the thing I'm saying is like this, right? A lot of course, we have to put it into context that it's still early in his tenure. Okay.
Of course, and that's why I'm giving him 2 years. Sure. I've already said that.
That's why we're not Frank out, right? But we do have
100%.
the right to critique. Yes, you know,
110%.
But there is a lot of fans out there who think that we can't criticize him, right?
Then don't watch us. You know what it is as well, yeah. You know, Elijah just released a video. I'm so, bro. I have to say this.
TJ,
too much
TJ, to be honest, right? Not many people are watching us anyway.
100%. But listen, that's the reason. You know, that's the reason. You know why? Because Too Much E said it so well in his video. I would recommend you guys watch it. He just released it today. Yeah.
Oh, today. There's another video.
Yeah.
There's
today.
About YouTubers. About YouTubers again. Yeah.
Yeah. YouTubers, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm seeing the new one today. I saw
Man, honestly, it's bang on when it comes down to it. You can either be yourself or you can you can't.
Yeah.
You know. Look, I'm myself. I don't care if you don't like me or you like me or you don't like my opinion or you like my opinion.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
the reason why I'm here, and I'll be honest with you, everybody has actually said this many times to me. And what has my answer been? I can't be asked. It's too long, you know? Because for
Yeah.
me, I'm not on YouTube to be a YouTuber. Let me be so honest with you. I
Yeah.
generally look, again, I do have my channel. Hold on 1 second, someone's calling. Channel, yeah?
Yeah.
And I literally, big man thing, I do have my channel, but I don't release no content on my channel. However, the reason why I'm here, because I enjoy talking about football. You know what? I miss talking about football in real life. You know,
Because we don't do
in
that
my
anymore.
life
Because
personally,
the problem is, TJ, is before, you know, when we were younger, I don't know, I can't remember how old you were, innit? What we would do on a Saturday, this would be like the routine, yeah? So you'd get up at
Yep.
10 a.m. This was my Saturday when I was like teenager, yeah? Watch Soccer AM from like 10 till like 12. Then you'd go either to the game if there was early kickoff, or most kickoffs were 3 o'clock back then. So you'd have
100%.
lunch, then go to the game.
Yep.
You come, and if you weren't if you're playing away, you watch Soccer Saturday with like Jeff
Yep.
Stelling or whoever, man. Then you'd watch the evening game, or you'd come back from the football, and then what you do instead of going on Twitter or Facebook,
or YouTube,
Twitter,
even
YouTube,
like
you just
yeah,
go down the pub after with your mates.
you
in
would
the
go
evening
outside.
before you went out.
Yeah, 100%. You would go outside and
just chat about football. You just chat about football for like
100%.
Yeah.
Can I just say it a bit and then I'll let someone else speak in it? 100%. I'm here for the entertainment. Look, you can like me or you cannot like my opinion. My opinion is always going to be my opinion. I'm being real to myself, not to get fame. I'm not here for fame. I don't care. That right there don't really cross my mind. I'm a working man. I've got a life. Every stream you see me, how do you see, how is it? I'm not at home like you, man.
Yeah, you're at work. Yeah.
I'm at work. I'm hustling, bro.
Yeah.
Hustling is my number one. For me, hard work pays off.
Money.
So
money. Yeah, money.
like, even though my opinion might be extreme to someone or they might not like what I say, cool, that's how you view football. I can't really change that. But back to what you were saying, bro, if you don't like if you don't like how we're critiquing Frank, you don't have to watch it. You know,
don't watch the
I feel like everybody's so sensitive in this day and age. You can't say anything. You can't even debate.
I don't watch, not because I hate the channel or I hate the person. I'm just not interested. Like, I don't hate, so I just don't watch the stream. It's not like
even me. Has how many times have I said? Remember, me and you were quite close in a way. How many times have I said to you, I don't go on streams because it's not, and I'm not throwing any names out there, but I wouldn't go on streams because for me, look, I've done it once. I'm pro. I can't be myself. I can't speak my mind. I can't say my opinions on my opinions because
sometimes it's too serious. People just too
100%.
serious. Or you can't just have a disagreement. It's not like you can't just have disagreement or like people take it too seriously. It's like,
so let's be real, guys.
It's like
you're legendary at this. How long have you been doing YouTube? Be real here. How long have you been doing YouTube? 2 years, 3 years. Look, your channel has not blown up, right? Yeah. But are you happy?
Yeah.
You're happy. Look, you're happy to do this because you will do it every Friday. No, you don't care if it don't hit views, if it gets likes, if it don't get likes, if it gets comments, because we would love it to 110%. In an ideal world, we would love a lot of viewers to view our content, you know? But realistically, we're not really doing it for I can only talk.
We're not on YouTube for like acting in a certain way to be like rage bait or something.
I'm not.
Or like
or I'm not that.
We're not causing arguments between each other just to get people to watch us like shout at each other for like an hour. Or we're not. Or like some people either do the really serious way where they have to have a formulaic way of doing things where they're like, we have to speak about this within 10 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Speak about this within 15 minutes, then move on to the next topic. It's not like that. The whole point of it is meant to be like raw.
Okay,
Does that
guys,
make sense?
it's very simple, right? I've been doing this for nearly 5 years now, right?
Mm.
And every opinion, and it's me. Yes, you know, I don't put on a show. Whatever I do, it's me. You know, it's the true
Yeah.
me. You know,
100%.
we don't do scripts. That's what you're trying to say.
No.
We don't
Yeah,
set
basically,
time
we don't
for
script.
scripts.
It's not scripted.
We don't
Not
script
scripted.
anything. We just say whatever comes out. And the thing is that whatever we say, right, is always our opinion and our true feelings of what's happening. Like under Ange, I was Ange don't care. Yes, you know, I was Ange don't care for after the you know, after when Daniel Levy came out and said that we got our Tottenham back.
I remember that.
I went on a
was
rant,
terrible.
right? I went on a rant, right? And now,
I
right,
remember when he went,
what is
I don't
happening?
want Tottenham back. Wasn't it
Yeah,
that what
I
he
don't
said?
want that Tottenham back. I don't want
Yeah.
this Tottenham back, right? It's the shitty Tottenham that we have, right? And now with Daniel Levy gone, right? I want to see a new Tottenham. I don't want that Daniel
Exactly.
Levy Tottenham. You get what I'm saying?
True.
Right?
That's
And
fair.
the worst part is, right? Frank was brought in under Levy's under Levy's
Tenure.
control.
Tenure.
Under Levy's
yeah.
tenure, right? So, number one, the level of quality players that Frank has had, right, was so much better than Ange, so much better than Conte, so much better than Nuno, so much better than Jose. You know what I'm saying? But of course, we have to give Frank the time, right, to see whether he can prove himself. But what I'm saying now is that he won't be given the time, right, if he keeps on putting this type of performances, right, at home. You know?
But I think you did, in regards to Sunday.
Malaysia. No, the thing is that I'm in Malaysia, right? What the fuck can I do? But the problem is that if you're a home-based fan that pays money to go into the stadium and you spend like 200 quid per match, which includes the ticket. Let's say you live in London, right? The food, the drinks, right? The ticket and all that. Not buying any merch,
man.
right?
It is expensive.
200 quid. It's expensive. So
it's a dedication.
And if you go there and you watch, DJ, that's why if you go there and you watch this kind of football, right? And before you came into the stream, right? I told Has this. We've got another 14 or 13 games left, right, at home. And let's say the next 10 games at home, right, it's the same shit, right? What's going to happen to the fan base at home?
The problem is, it could be even before that, because if he were to go to Arsenal on Sunday and get bad like 3-0, the fans are going to turn on him regardless. So
no, let's change this from injury news to the Arsenal game, right? Because that's going to be 3 a.m. here now, right? I don't have much time.
Yeah, okay, I'll go to the Arsenal game.
So. Let's go to the Arsenal game, NLD, right? Let's go straight to the Arsenal game, right? If we go there and get better 3-4-5-0, right? Of course, all of us are going to go crazy, right? But what like TJ says, right? He is not setting up to win. Number one.
He's not.
Number two.
And this is the problem.
Setting up he's setting up not to lose.
100%, and that's the problem. The problem is, this is how I see it. The problem I have with Frank, why? Look, at least Ange, and I go back to Ange. At least Ange wanted to score. You know, maybe the defense wasn't. He said he didn't care about the defense. You do you, boo. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Frank is too scared. He's too scared.
Do you think part of the problem is because Frank came from Brentford, so he's still in the mindset that, because obviously bear in mind Brentford.
He's got the right manager. The simple question then, if that's the case, if we are thinking like Brentford, no, but you've said it. You've said it right. Yeah. If he's thinking like Brentford, I said this earlier. My next manager, I don't want us to turn into the Brentfords and the Brightons and the Bournemouths of the world. I did say that. Fulham's in that list as well. Yeah, they might be flying high now. Yeah, cool, whatever. But they're all mid-table clubs, and I don't want to become that.
But it depends whether you see, because bear in mind we did finish 17th last season. This is why I think with Frank, for me, I know a lot of people see him as the end game manager. For now, I don't see him as the end
How
game
is he
manager.
the end game? But how is he the end game manager?
No, I'm saying I don't see him as the end game manager. I'm saying I
He
see him as
can't
like,
be.
He's not the end game manager. He's not the quality that we have for the end game manager. You understand? No? But the thing is that, yes, with the squad we have, we are not going to get relegated, right? Ange couldn't get us relegated with the squad that he had, right? And with the improvements that we've gotten this season, with Palinia coming in, with Kudos coming in, with Xavi Simons coming in, we shouldn't be regressing.
We shouldn't be. We should be going forward. That's true.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be regressing.
So no, the third truth, right, TJ? If we ended up 15, 16 in the league, it's still going forward.
100%. But that's why I give him 2 years personally.
No.
I've said it clearly. 2 years will tell me where we've gone. If we've gone forward or we've gone backwards. Anything in the middle is look like how you were. I don't care. I'm the same if I don't care. I don't care, Frank, right now. 2 years, I have to judge his path. It has to be better than Frank. It has to be better than Ange. Then I know we've stepped in the right direction. Really and truly, right now, I'm being patient. That's why I'm not saying Frank out.
Yeah.
I've never said that.
None of us are.
I'm more Frank-in than most Frank-in players. Yeah, but I'm more Frank-in than most Frank-in fans right now.
No, the truth, right? None of us are Frank out here.
I've given him 2 years. Think about it.
You're giving him 2 years, yeah. Some of us give him 1 season, right? But truth,
and some people are saying Frank out now. What is that?
I know.
No, there are a lot of people. You see, there are a lot of people who are Frank out now, right? It's because you're coming back to the same scenario when a lot of people were Ange out even before he stepped into the stadium. A lot of people didn't want Frank, right? Because we saw Frank.
I didn't want Frank. I didn't want Frank, but I'm not. I can't. I could never go Frank out like that. No, I respect what he's done at Brentford.
No. What I'm saying is that this, right? The Frank out is the thing is that before he came in, a lot of us say is that he's not the person to bring us to the next level. That's why that is the Frank out category.
But what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to explain to you is
he's here now. You get what I'm saying? He's here now. You get what I'm saying?
So you have to support him.
He's here now. We have to support him. We have to give him his chance, right? But
I agree.
But the way we are playing, right? It's going to be very, very thin. You get what I'm saying? That line is going to get very, very thin more and more. Unless he changes his way and the style he plays at home, right? Then maybe he will change some minds.
But Haz, what was you saying? You were going to say something along the lines. Go for it, my friend.
What I'm saying is, like, you don't remember this because you weren't a Spurs fan then. Do you remember Martin Jol, Eugene? Martin Jol?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So when Jol came in, we were like nothing, right? And he took us into Europe. I'm not saying it was. I know who
Martin Jol is.
Yeah.
What type of disrespect is that, cuz? You know my football knowledge. That's disrespectful.
But like, what I'm saying is, we were nothing, right?
Yeah.
But he took us to Europe because we hadn't been to Europe in like 20 years, I think. So what I'm saying is, where the club is, right? Is like where we were before Jol took charge, yeah. So and then Jol took us back into Europe. So what I'm saying is we're kind of the same level we were then, and then like.
So do you think Frank is the guy then?
No.
I'm saying Jol didn't take us to like the Champions League.
Yeah, no, but do you think? So do you think that Frank is this full guy? Yeah, like this guy to do the transition. Is Frank the perfect manager for the transition?
Yeah, and then
that could be it.
I'm not saying he's the end. That's why I don't say he's the end game manager.
So this is what I'm saying. Isn't it? Look, so I've given him that 2 year period of transition. Yeah. I said where I would rarely judge him is after 2 years, because that's when I'm setting my standard on Frank and seeing where he can go. Realistically, realistically, this season is a transitional period. Where ultimately we want to be better than last year. We don't want to finish 17th place, right?
But
We can
TJ,
all
TJ,
establish that.
but TJ, not to finish 17, right? It's a very easy task. You guys, for Frank to achieve. That's number one,
100%.
right? But the next season, if he's still here, right, then your expectations will go that Ange won us a trophy in his second season.
That's exactly. Yeah, but that's what
Will
what I'm
Frank do
basing it
that?
on.
Yeah.
That's what
Will
my
Frank-
judgment's basing him on.
Will Frank be able to do that?
And if he can't do that, then we have, in a way, gone backwards.
Yeah, of course.
Because look, realistically, I'm giving him the buffer period. This year, whether we finish 4th or whether we finish 10th, 12th, 13th,
13th.
you know? Yeah. Whether we finish there or there, it's not going to concern me too much because I've given him 2 years. I'm fair because Ange had 2 years and he got fired after winning a trophy, whether the league was good or bad. But in my definition, a trophy is silverware, so that's a massive achievement. And we had better managers previously that couldn't do what Ange done. Obviously, circumstances, Mourinho getting sacked before a final, there's so many other circumstances that you can do. But what I'm holding on to is Ange won us a trophy. So this manager, in 2 years, we'll see, my friend. And then I will judge, and then I will put my hand to my heart and say, listen, bro, I'm wrong, I'm right. Like I said about Ange. Well, to be fair, I shouldn't have, but I went Ange out, yeah. And then I went back to Ange in. Remember this, yeah? And I said,
I know.
sorry, Ange, I can trust your process. There's a process behind it. I even said, I was like, look, you want us to honor pro. Whether we're 17th place, I can turn a blind eye. That's what I said to myself, innit? And I done a video saying I apologize. Now,
Yeah, I know. Now the thing, okay.
Now,
no matter what happens, is that is in the past, right? Now we've got Frank here now. Now let's focus on the next most important thing, right? Is the North London derby, right? We are away, all right? What are the lineups do you think Frank is going to put out? The back four is going to be the same if we play a back four, right? If we're going to play a 5-3-2, right? Are we going to risk our 3 defenders that we have? If one of them gets injured, right, we are screwed. You get what I'm saying? We got no other defenders. You get what I'm saying? So I think he will still stick to his 4-2-3-1. Okay.
What, Spence or Udogie? Spencer or Udogie?
To tell the truth, right? If you're gonna play Odegaard, I'll put Udogie with Odegaard on the left. Because those two have some kind of.
I'm inclined to do the same thing. The problem
understanding.
is, apparently, Udogie was in the same rehab place as Kulusevski, apparently, over the international break. So I don't know whether he was in Dubai. I don't know whether he has like an injury or something. Like, I don't know.
Well, let's see what happens then, right? But the thing is that because if I see Spence and Odegaard, to tell the truth, right? No matter who we put on the left, it has to be Odegaard. You get what I'm saying? So
Odegaard's our best option. He's our best option. We're gonna play a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. He's our best option on the left right now.
Yeah, we have no choice.
Right?
Because we can't put the pigeon over there, right? Because there's shit all over the place. That's one thing.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, yeah. Odegaard has been my best off in FM 2026, man. Bro, listen, he's been my best option. He's a baller, bro. He'd be slapping in goals left, right, and center. He's a menace. Bro, he is sick.
That is football manager, right?
Odegaard, bro, listen. Odegaard needs a run of games, man. We need to give him a run of games in one position.
He needs the run of games. But what we're saying now, right? Would Spence and Odegaard be a better combination than?
To be honest with you, I think Udogie is a better player going forward.
Yes.
Yeah. But for me, I think Spence against Arsenal should play. But this is where I'm against. Yeah, this is where I'm against. Yeah. So I think Spence should automatically be in that lineup. He's a better one-on-one defender, in my opinion, than going with a more attacking player.
Yeah.
Now,
Most probably, you put Udogi
the
there, he'll be
problem
missing.
is the problem we're gonna have is that we already know Frank is gonna set up to defend.
But then,
And
if
not
we're playing away to Arsenal, would you expect us to set up to attack though? Like, we're playing at the Emirates. We've not got a result there
Man.
since 2010.
so would a good result be a draw? Would you say
Yeah,
that
I'll
would
take
be
a
a good
draw right now.
result?
I'll take a draw right now.
Yeah, I'll take a draw. I'll take a draw because
I
will tell
agree
you
with that.
I'm going to tell you
I
my
agree with
prediction. My prediction is that we're going to lose 2-0. That's my prediction.
That's what everyone keeps telling me every day this week. We're going to lose 2-0.
But the question is, no, I have a feeling Richarlison's going to score. Remember I said that. It's 1-4 apparently.
Richarlison's going to score where? In Amsterdam?
In own goal?
No, you know what it is, isn't it? Yeah, Rich, these games, innit, have like, you know how I feel it. I feel like he picks up like some aura in these big games. He does, though. Let's be honest here. Look, just think about Richarlison scoring. He's only scored in like when we mostly need him, to be honest with you.
All right.
Am I smoking something?
Okay. No, look at it this way, right? Let's play with the 4-2-3-1.
Hey, what? I think he's gonna score, man. You know, on Bet 365, innit? Yeah, hold on, hear me out. Yeah, on Bet 365. I've looked at it, bro. It's 1-4. £55 gets you nearly 200. And what is it called? Yeah, bro. Listen, I'm basically I don't gamble. I make it clear, but bro, it's not haram to look. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you have to look. I think Richarlison has a high chance of scoring. To be honest with you,
I think he's.
So I would play Richarlison.
He'll probably start. I think he'll probably start though.
I would play Richarlison personally. I would play Richarlison.
But no, to tell the truth, right? You know what's going to happen, right? The back four, okay, let's say Spence, VDV, Romero, Porro, all right? Midfield, Paulinho will have to be there.
100%.
Will surely have to be there.
Bentancur will be there, yeah.
Then
Do you think he'll play Sarr? Do you think he'll play Sarr or Xavi?
I think he's going to play Sarr instead of Xavi Simons.
I think he has to play Sarr. He has to play Sarr. I think he has to play Sarr. Yeah.
No, if he's going to be defensive, then Sarr will be there.
Yeah, 110% Sarr. I think Sarr is nailed on.
I'll still play Odegaard on the left because
guys, the best part is I can tell you, right? He will play, right? Okay, let's say Paulinho, Bentancur, Sarr, right? Then on the left, let's say he puts on Odegaard, right? And then in the center, he put on Moani. And let's say Kudus is straight, he put on Kudus. Okay.
Kudus is fit.
But if we go down 2-0, you see, when you watch Frank's the tactic he does, right? Whenever he goes down 1-0, 2-0, that's when he rejigs and he starts to be more attacking.
But I hate that. I hate that about him.
That's what he does.
But I hate that. You know, that's something. Thank you for mentioning that. I hate that because he sets up to defend. He wants a 0-0 whether win. Yeah, he doesn't set them up. Yeah, exactly. It's true. It's actually true. He wants us to keep a clean sheet more than anything else, in my opinion.
Yeah, but then we get into bozo moments, right? When Vicario can't come up for a cross, right?
Oh,
Vicario. You know, we can't defend on open plays.
You know, Mel said that Spurs want to sign a goalkeeper, and then look at Martinez. Mate, I love Martinez.
Yeah.
I don't mind him, innit? But can I be honest with you? Yeah, I don't mind Martinez, and I'm not gonna disrespect in it, but his showboating can be the best to get the worst of him sometimes.
No, Martinez is a character of his own.
Yeah.
So to have him in there, right? His ego will be something that needs to be, controlled. But the thing is that if we're gonna change goalkeepers, I'll go and get Kelleher from Brentford.
Oh,
do you think he'll
that's
come
interesting.
He just signed for Brentford, didn't he?
Yeah, from Liverpool. I wanted Kelleher.
Personally,
We should
I
have.
prefer Martinez personally. Martinez is my.
Kelleher is
I've
a
always
good,
liked.
good enough goalkeeper
But
as
Kelleher's
well.
not a bad
Yeah.
shout. You wanted him. Do you remember in January you wanted him, didn't you? Because he was leaving.
Yeah, I wanted Kelleher. Yeah, I wanted Kelleher a long time ago, right? Because he wasn't playing
No,
enough games
TJ. I
in
remember
the league.
TJ mentioning Kelleher.
Yeah, I wanted him badly.
Yeah.
I wanted him
Yeah.
badly. I said sell Vicario and bring him in.
Yeah, you like me, bro.
Yeah.
Vicario can go, bro.
I
I'm
said
kinda done with this guy.
sell Vicario and bring him in.
Yeah.
And this was at the
Is that-
same time when we were
No,
having that discussion about Kinksky and
Yeah.
how
With Elijah,
Elijah,
remember?
how Elijah was like, nah, there's no hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But guys, to tell the truth, right? North London Derby, my prediction is Arsenal win 2-0. I'm gonna make a move soon. It's 3 a.m. here in Malaysia, right? You guys can go on. You guys can go on for a while.
No, I'm gonna have to
Catch up
leave
you guys
soon as well,
later.
my friend.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
If
okay.
not,
Yeah.
then we just wrap it up. Anything else to talk about?
Nah,
No,
nah.
I'm-
So, what's your score prediction? In fact,
Score prediction.
what's your
I'm saying 2-2.
2-2?
Oh,
I'm gonna give it 2-1 Arsenal. So Arsenal to score 2, Tottenham to score 1, Richarlison. Listen, bro, you guys that are doing the bet 365, 1 in 4, £55 can make you a million. So I would say, look, if you have £100 for free, trust me, it's the sources. Trust me, bro. Trust me. It's ball knowledge. It's
Match
Listen,
fixing,
it's Richarlison. If Richarlison scores, then it has.
Yeah.
Honestly, if Richarlison scores, bro,
yeah.
I should have known. I might be
but
wrong
guys,
though.
right?
You can't bet, though.
Please don't
You say
forget,
you
right?
can't bet.
I
TJ,
don't
can you not bet?
He's
Because
supposed
I'm
to be
haram.
bet.
It's haram. Yeah, I don't
I'm
bet
Muslim.
in it.
I'm Muslim and I'll bet too. I don't care.
I just don't bet on
Yeah,
Tottenham
yeah,
because I don't trust Tottenham. I just don't trust Tottenham.
yeah, yeah. Nah, I
But
don't
guys,
bet.
don't forget, right?
I
Yeah,
know
please
that.
subscribe to Asper TV, Spurs Vision TV, and of course into Spurs, right? I'll be doing the North London watch along from the Mamak restaurant again, and that will be somewhere around 12:30 a.m. in Malaysian time, or it'll be Monday in Malaysia when we play Arsenal. Yeah,
I mean,
Monday.
I'll be watching the game. Unfortunately, guys, yeah, I'm going to my brother's to watch the game on Sunday, and my brother lives in Angel. Do you know where Angel is, right? So
Yeah.
I want us to win just so I can get home because if they win, mate, it's
Yeah,
gonna
man,
be
it's gonna be
fucking-
lovely.
like 2 hours to get home.
Yeah,
Because anyway, yeah.
Yeah. I know. I really want us to win as well. Obviously, look, I've predicted us to lose, but
Of course, we want us
Come
to
on,
win,
Richie.
right? We're Spurs fans. How can you say we don't want us to win? You get what I'm saying? Of course, we want us
yeah.
to win. Guys.
All right, no worries, my friend. See you guys later.
Yeah,
Take care,
guys.
TJ, bro. Yeah.
See you later, bro.
All right. Bye-bye.
And then I guess,
show.
yeah, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.